The NBA is often full of exciting rumors and trade speculation, and I think this mock trade would completely change the landscape of the NBA. In this wild mock trade, I have LaMelo Ball being traded straight up to Memphis for Ja Morant. Both these players have shown immense potential on the court, but I think it might be time to get both of these guys out of their current situations. Both Ja and Melo's careers so far have faced struggles with injuries and inconsistency in their play. Whispers about their future with their respective teams have only intensified, and I feel like a trade between the two could make sense for both sides. In the 2024-2025 season, both Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball were performing at a high level. Both are considered top point guards in the league, but with noticeable issues in their game. Ja Morant averaged 23.1 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 7.3 assists per game. While those numbers are solid, they don't quite capture the explosive energy and athleticism that Ja is known for. If Memphis ran a real offense for Ja that included pick and rolls and not just 5-out, I believe that he would have finished with better stats. LaMelo Ball, on the other hand, put up 25.2 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 7.4 assists per game. Numbers that are pretty similar to Ja's. Ball has shown incredible potential as a playmaker, often dazzling with his flashy passing and vision. However, both players have battled injuries that have kept them from consistently reaching their full potential. The injury history of both Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball cannot be ignored when discussing their futures. Morant has had several injury scares over the past few years, leading some to question whether his high-flying, explosive playing style is sustainable in the long run. He even came out before the 2024 season and said he was going to stop trying to dunk as much. Now for LaMelo, he has struggled with injuries that have kept him out of action for significant stretches. These injury concerns could push both players towards seeking fresh starts, as both might feel like they need to escape the shadow or lack of trust with their organization and their current situations. With new management in Charlotte, I am not sure if they love LaMelo Ball like the old management did. They might seek to get rid of LaMelo Ball so they can take credit when the team performs well. Recent rumors suggest that Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball might be looking for a change of scenery in the near future, and they are frustrated with their current struggling franchises. Reports from last season hinted that Morant is unhappy with the direction of the Memphis Grizzlies, especially after the firing of his beloved head coach, Taylor Jenkins. And there was no communication about this coaching decision between the front office and Ja Morant. It was reported that Ja was shocked and felt betrayed when Memphis fired Taylor Jenkins and named Tomas Islo as the new head coach.
My people's called like, did you see the internet? I thought somebody said something about me again. And then I seen it. I was shocked.
Morant's disconnect with the situation has been no secret, and it raises questions about whether he will remain committed to the Grizzlies for the long term. The firing of Coach Jenkins, someone Morant trusted and respected, has left the star guard feeling disconnected from the organization. It is clear that Ja feels like the Grizzlies have failed to prioritize his happiness and input. For a player of his caliber, this lack of consideration could signal the end of his time in Memphis, especially if the Grizzlies continue to show little regard for his desires. If the franchise continues to distance their star player, they risk losing one of the most exciting players in the league. If the situation does not improve, Morant may feel a change of scenery would be the best option for his career and mental well-being. A fresh start with a more supportive organization could be the key for Ja, regaining his peak form and finding a more sustainable environment for his development. On the other hand, LaMelo Ball has expressed frustrations with the Charlotte Hornets' lack of success and the team's inability to build a competitive roster around him. About to enter year 6 in Charlotte, LaMelo has only made the play-in tournament twice. The team has lost both times, and in the other years they finished at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. As a result, both players might seek the 2026 offseason as an opportunity to find a new home where they can thrive. If Ball is indeed considering his future with a new team, a trade to a more competitive organization could be exactly what he needs to take the next step of his career. A trade involving LaMelo Ball and Ja Morant could be a win-win situation for both players, offering each of them the chance to escape difficult situations and find a new environment where they can dominate in different conferences. One of the most intriguing aspects of a potential trade between Ja Morant and LaMelo Ball is that their contracts are relatively similar, meaning that both teams wouldn't have to worry about salary cap issues in facilitating a deal. This makes the trade financially feasible for both the Memphis Grizzlies and the Charlotte Hornets. Neither team would have to make significant sacrifices in terms of roster flexibility, making it an easier transaction to execute from a financial standpoint. While it may sound crazy at first, it makes more and more sense when you think about it. A trade could offer each of them the opportunity to thrive in a fresh environment, potentially elevating both players' careers and changing the landscape of the NBA for years to come. Additionally, both players are key building blocks for their respective teams, so a direct swap could be beneficial. Would you do this deal? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. Culture is out!